Welcome, race fans from around the globe. Welcome, race fans from around the globe. Here they come, out of turn 4, to the white flag, and it's 1 to go. And it is 1 to go studios as we're here under the lights in Las Vegas at Las Vegas Motor Speedway in Nevada. We have 9 minutes left in practice before we go to the qualifying for 5 minutes with the Wilder Graphix Cup cars, bringing it to the high-speed, very wide Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Be a great run tonight at the Wilder Graphix 200 here in Las Vegas. Speaking of Wilder Graphix, let's check them out. Take a ride on the wild side. That is the title sponsor, Wilder Graphix. If you're looking for a new set of threads for your race car, your helmet, your race suit, your team, check Wilder Graphix out on Facebook. Give them some of your ideas, let them toss it around, and get you in a new set of duds for the new season here in iRacing. The weather here in Las Vegas provided to you by Lottie'sTravelWorld.com. You're looking to get out and get somewhere, check out Lottie'sTravelWorld.com. They can handle staycations and vacations here, there, and everywhere. Check out Lottie'sTravelWorld.com. For the Graphix 200, it's partly cloudy, air temp 77, track temp currently 80 degrees, 56% humidity, with wind slightly out of the north at 2 miles an hour. So track is cool, so it'll be tacky, but we do know that this track loves to eat them Goodyear Eagles. So tire strategy and fuel strategy will come into play here tonight. Race controls giving us fuel windows being around 48 laps for tonight's race, with our restriction on the race fuel here. So we're looking at the 80% fuel, 5 tire sets for the guys tonight. Let's head on over to our other sponsor, who is providing the put a cap on that pole sitter award, Sweatless. Go check out that Sweatless apparel for all your sports apparel needs. We have 5 minutes remaining in the current practice session. Best laps are on the board. 17 drivers have made it to tonight's event. So that's currently how we're running for tonight. See their best laps on the board. Looks like we have another person who just came in, so now we're up to 18 cars. So currently, Mr. Chris Converse in that 90 machine is pacing the field. Our aerial V guys that are on the track. About 3 minutes remaining in qualifying for practice. Sorry. Got one more sponsor to get to while they continue to practice. Check out the Butt Kicker Gamer 2.
Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
Be sure to use code LSRL at thebuttkicker.com website. Go save that 20% off. Guys are going to be heading over to qualification here shortly. Working 1 minute left. Practice. Dylan Gonez's machine, one of our guys that provides the in-cam system. Try to him. Set up for in the night. Set up Hearns. Well, Came in a little late today, but that's okay. We'll persevere as a finished qualification. Being Billy. Cameron here. Up is guys are starting to qualify, so second to set up our imagery here for tonight. Okay. All right, so it looks like we've got everybody. So let's get back to our main screen and start doing our thing tonight. So 5 minutes remaining in the qualification here. 2 laps. Best laps on the board there. Like we have 18 drivers going to qualify. Find us somebody on this group. Anybody on. On board here with Anthony Giuliano. Currently holding that 7th position. Over there in his home rig. Bottom right screen there. Comes out of it. We got Billy now. You see it, Billy there. His Dylan Gones in the 27, 7th position. That's going to be what he gets. See if we can get into our final guy's car. Cameron Hearn. Sure what Cameron's up to. Point heading out there. Him and there we go. Should be Cameron. There's Cameron now. He's looking at some things over. So about a minute and a half remaining. We'll go back out of his car. We'll head out to the top here. Trying to find people who are qualifying. If you are watching this on Facebook Live, either at Light Speed Racing League or on Wendigo Studios, we're watching you as well as YouTube and Twitch. Chats come directly to my monitors so I can give shouts out, push you up to the front for any of you guys that you're following. Race Control also up there with me. We're looking at competition yellows at 30 and 65. Said earlier, 5 sets of tires, 80% fuel. Big giveaway to do tonight. Out to finish. And this is going to be for a t-shirt. Biggest t-shirt, I believe. Drive it any better than that? Or pull out of the hat grab. Going to be eligible are all drivers except for the front row and any of the admin. So we're about to pull that up now. We'll pull up our hat here. Like me right now. Window capture. Right, there's our hat. We'll draw our winner. And it is the 16th position. Driver in the 16th spot. We gotta pull that one up. So starting in the 16th position, Leonard Frost. We're gonna have to do that again. Leonard is ineligible as an admin. Third position, Greg Holt in the 03. So Greg Holt will be the winner of our giveaway tonight. Greg Holt. Let the admins know at the end of the race for Greg. All right, let's get to business here. Cameron Hearn, your pull award. Put a cap on that pull award to Cameron Hearn for a 30.206. That beautiful 15 car right there on your screen. Put a cap on that, provided by the Sweatless. Gonna give him a cap for getting tonight's poll. Back to the grid. This is everyone. Cameron Hearn, Chris Converse, Greg Holt, Aaron Hearn. Inside 3, Ride Jones. Outside him, Jimmy Weaver. In the 8, Brandon Massey will be rolling up inside of 4, Derek Garrison. Outside of him in the 8th spot. In the 9th, Anthony Giuliano. Dylan Gomez on his outside. Landon Quisenberry inside. Row 6 outside, Ira Kohlhaas. Joshua Gathright and Joseph Cossey will be in row 7. Row 8, Sean Huffstetter and Leonard Frost. And Andy Briganti and Mike Aiello. And Matt Johnson for the 19-car field. For tonight's Wilder Graphix 200 in Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Las Vegas, Nevada. And that's by Grid Finder. Find your place on the grid. We're getting ready to go green flag racing. First lap provided by Sim Speed Shop. Check out Sim Speed Shop for any of your custom rig needs. Help provide real-world integration with real components to help get you that real feel in your rig. Check them out. We're green flag racing with Cameron Hearn leading the field out here on lap number 1. Not sure the size, Cameron. So, Cameron Hearn, the race leader. Ooh, looks like the 8-car Jimmy Weaver down, got loose off. So, a few other cars in there as well. Not sure what happened on the start there, but the 8 did drop low up our intervals. Start off, so Hearn followed by Converse, and Hearn So that's Cameron Hearn with the fastest time. As you see the whole field 3 and 4 wide in the back here. Number 3 car of Joseph Cossey. Outside of him, Dylan Gones. See the cars 2 and 3 wide. And there's that 8 car Jimmy Weaver running around back there now. Rye Jones in the 7. Now with the fastest lap on the racetrack. We will continue to watch these guys pace on by. Some smoke right there. Coming off into turn number 1. We have a new race leader, Christian Converse. Ryan Jones putting up another fast lap. So Converse, Hearn, Jones, and Massey, top 5. Here you go. Top 5 after 5. While the Graphix 200 was on it. Presented by Sim Speed Shop and the Butt Kicker 2. Feel what you've been missing. Joe's telling, go get him, Dilly G. All right. He's doing some good things so far. The 19 racers on the track. And Cameron Hearn is now coming back. Trying to put his position in his car back up into the top position. Converse in that 90 continue to drive hard on the inside line with the 7, the 91, and the 65 all together here. Right now, the 90 is back to second with the 7 and the 91. 7 laps into the event. 30 lap will be a competition caution. 15 diving all the way down to the apron in the trial. Well, as you see, the 3 stacked right here looking and fighting for second position. There's our battle, the 90 and the 7 swapping positions on the backstretch. 65 and the 91 are doing battle for the 4th and 5th spot. Give it to the Mountain Dew 65 past the Surge 91, competing lime green-ish colored sodas. This was going to Surge and Mountain Dew back there. So the 7 and the 90, Converse and Jones doing battle as they're starting to catch back up with the 15 car. Rye Jones looking for the lead on the inside now of the 15. That Plan B Sales 15 car, the GTR 7 in the inside. Rye Jones currently being scored in the first position as they cross the flag. Rye Jones inside turn 1. Outside of him is the 15 to 90. The 90 looking to split the difference, drops down in front of the 65 machine of Brandon Massey. 7, the 15. The 15 has the better off. Backstretch turn number 3. 15 slight lead over Rye Jones. 7 down low, the 15 running the high side has definitely the better off. 7 down low, across the stripe, 15, your race leader at the completion of 10 laps of the 133. Brandon Massey now going to work with Converse behind here, just slightly behind the race leaders. The 15, the 7, the 90, and the 65. Drone camera footage here as you see the front 6 drivers now. Dylan Gones, the 6th place driver, now into the fray as well. Rye Jones looking again to take the top spot away from Cameron Hearn. So the 7, the 15, the 90, the 65. Converse now underneath the 15 machine. 15 a little bit on the side, the wild side, coming off of 4. That Mountain Dew car of Massey's all over the back grill, back decking of the 90. Just seeing almost 3 wide coming into turn number 1. Back stretch we go. He tucks up behind that 15. Another Surge and the Mountain Dew again doing battle with Dylan Gonez now pulling back into the fray here. On board with Dylan Gonez in the 6th spot. You see him looking at Brandon Massey's car. See him racing in his rig in the bottom right-hand corner of your television screen. So at 27, you see him working that wheel. As you see Aaron Hearn in front of him, and the way that car is definitely dancing off of the corner. Let's get back to the main screen here. There Gonez. See the Surge and the Mountain Dew right in front of him doing battle. Is now looking in the inside of the 65 of Brandon Massey. 16 laps being worked on here. Rye Jones is your current race leader. Let's go through the field. Rye Jones in 1st spot. Christian Converse in that 2nd position. At number 90 machine. Cameron Hearn in the Plan B sales machine is currently in 4th. Aaron Hearn in the Surge machine took over the 3rd spot. Brandon Massey now at 65 underneath the Cameron as well in the 4th position. 27 of Dylan Gonez right there underneath and by the 15. Landon Quisenberry currently in 7th spot in the 75 Wilder Graphix. Jimmy Weaver in that 8 machine, who's a Blackstone Grill Master. Andy Giuliano in the Sweatless 17. As you see, Greg Holt, the 03 Performance Sim Sport. He also won our shirt earlier in the giveaway. McCree of Cossey. Frost in that 11 Ethanol. Joshua Gathright in the 89 being held 13th. Sean Hofstadter, the 94 St. Jude's Children's Hospital. 15th, Ira Kohost in the 29 Pepsi Real Sugar in currently 16th. Mike Aiello Jr. in the 74 scored 17th. Andy Bergani in 13 car in 18th, and Matt Johnson is in the pits currently getting serviced. He scored 19th, 2 laps down. So back, Rye Jones from the spotter stand, working lap number 20. Going into turn 3 and 4, he's got a half a second lead over the number 90 cars. You see it come into play off of 4. And then almost a 2-second gap all the way back to Brandon Massey, who's there with the Surge and Dylan Gonez in that 27 machine. "20 laps down of 133. First caution will be on 30. Like Matt Johnson has retired, so 18 cars currently on the racetrack. At 65 machine, Brandon Massey, about 2 seconds behind the number 90 of Converse, who is 3/10 behind the number 7 of Rye Jones. Jerry Massey, go get you a cold Mountain Dew and watch the 65 get her done. A shout out to Jerry Massey on Facebook Live. So things are heating up here between Rye Jones and Converse. Back in the 6th spot, it was like Landon Quisenberry starting to catch up the 91 machine, that Surge Energy machine. One of the closer battles out on the raceway. Back to the race leaders, who they're also battling. So about 2/10 between the 90 and the 7 right now, as they are 2 seconds in front of the 3rd place car. '90 going low. Can you make the pass here? Converse down low. Rye Jones high. Turn number 3. At the stripe, we have a new leader. Converse to the lead. Rye Jones now looking to take it back on the back stretch. Has a nose just underneath the 90, goes right behind him, holds behind the 90. Backs up a little bit, about a 10th behind the 90. 27 of 133 laps are being worked right now. That was the end of 27, so 3 laps to our competition caution. The Rye catch back up with Chris there, going into turn 1 and number 2. Here Joseph Causey in at 3 and at 0-3 of Greg Holt. 3/10 separate these guys as well. Guys are pretty spread out here as we're coming up to our first competition caution. Go back up to our race leaders. On the back stretch there, the 90 and the 7. Should be getting the yellow as we cross this time by. Back stretch, the top 2 there, the 90 and the 7. Position caution is out. All right, let's head over to Fowler Graphix. Right, guys, take a ride on the wild side. We're on board here with Dylan Gonas. Here, you talk to him, see if we can get him to come back, talk to us as he gets up out of the pits here. Hear him getting that service all done. Right there in front of him is Anthony Giuliano. 27 tires, fuel, and off. Dylan, you're with Harold up in the booth, man.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Hey, we saw servicing, looked like 4 tires and fuel. Is that what you guys were looking at?
Absolutely. She's pretty slick out there. It was the last 10 laps. I was just hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, this track does like to eat the tires, and we've seen the cars from your vantage point. We can see the car in front of you coming off the corner, wanting to go around. So you guys are having to tap dance a little bit, maybe the throttle control a little off of 4.
Absolutely. It makes the track super fun.
I bet it does, man. A lot of passing going on early, and you guys were staying pretty close with Massey and Aaron Hearn. I was seeing the 2 energy drinks, I guess, the Green Dew and the Surge.
Yeah, absolutely. Couple good checkups there. A couple of us had to check up a good couple times there that could have caused a big wreck, but everyone's racing nice and clean and super smart tonight, so that's good.
All right. Oh, we'll let you get back, but strategy going. We guys got another 30 laps or so to the 65 for the second competition caution. But how many laps do you think you can get on gas here?
I don't even know. I came in late. I think maybe 40 laps. I think somebody said that could be a lie, but I don't know strategies. I kind of just fly off the seat of my pants here. And
All right, Dylan. We're gonna send you back to your guys at Wilder Graphix Racing. Good luck in the remainder of the race, man. Talk
Thanks,
to you
man.
later. Yep. And Dylan Gonas will go back out of his car and back to the front here, as we're getting ready to go green flag racing again. Nice little thing we have there, be able to talk to the drivers and see how their rigs are set up. That was Dylan Gonas and the 27 machine, part of the Wilder Graphics and admin team. So pretty cool. Let's see what's going on here. Caution is still out. Let's check out some more stuff going on. We have our summary. Track Time Entertainment. And Christian Converse, currently your race leader. We have the competition caution 4 laps, 19 drivers. Rye Jones, your fastest out there, 30.370. Track Time Entertainment, race recap for the Wilder Graphics 200 here at lap 34. Weather, track temperature still below 80 degrees, so the track itself is causing trouble, as you heard Dylan talking to the drivers a little bit, and talking to us through his headset. Are wanting to get loose off, so we keep an eye on the corners. Start to get situated to go back to green flag racing. Is the Lightspeed Racing League. Check them out on Facebook. Pace Car's lights are off. The number 90 will bring us to the green flag as soon as the pace car leaves the field. There he is. To green flag we go. Coming into turn number 1. Converse, Jones, Massey. See Brandon Massey on attacking Rye Jones low, as we are now working lap 35 of 133. Hey Mike, how you doing, man? I see you come over here and check us out. And Mike is the race controller for not the North-South Racing League. Nice to see him come over here and checking out the other guys that we broadcast here on One to Go Studios. Man, look at all those cars side by side, 3 and 4 wide on the backstretch here at Vegas. Dylan just shot underneath Brandon Massey for the 3rd spot. All right, Mike, I'll keep that in mind. I'll have to get with you after the event, and I'll tell you a little bit about how I go about doing that. We here at One to Go Studios like having guest commentators come on in, other drivers, different aspects, and you never know who shows up in One to Go Studios. We've been known to have some pretty big names show up. We've worked with quite a few people. Might be a professional racer 1 or 2 times come up there and talk to us. We definitely like having our guest speakers and commentators to give us their perspective on how they would race. We race sometimes myself when I can. See these cars zooming by here at Vegas. Ticker there. There's Converse in the lead. Gonas like that 0-3 of Greg Holt. Down low at Hearn, all over his back deck. Number 3 on it, Joseph Cossey on his outside. Hard to catch all the action with everything that's going on. Almost need the blimp to show us everything with all the action going on around the raceway. 1/10 separating the entire field up from 1 through 10. There's going to be battles everywhere. We're going to try to catch them as we can. As we see the Mountain Dew pushing Rye Jones in that 7 machine, and Greg Holt challenging Brandon Massey down low. Ooh, he thought he had it there and he had to get out of it. 65 going back. Anchor coming out that window as he had to check up to not get into that 0-3 car of Greg Holt. And Cameron Hearn now in that number 15 machine on the high side. Check him out. Cameron Hearn in that 15 machine. He won the race on Wednesday night. With him all over that 7 machine. Yeah, 3 down low. See these guys hear how he's having to feather the throttle coming off the 4th turn. You see the car, the Camaro, that 7 Rye Jones, bouncing left, bouncing right. Feathering off the gas there. Looking to go low, Cameron Hearn. On the inside of Rye Jones. Looking for 2 for 1 special, but the 0-3 comes down before he can get there. Dylan Gonas up to the 2nd spot. Cameron Hearn making his way up as well. The front 7 cars all 1/10 amongst each other. The 0-3 of Greg Holt and the 15 doing battle. Rye Jones now back underneath the 15. Laps complete. Let's go back to our top 5. Christian Converse, Dylan Gonas, Greg Holt, Cameron Hearn, Rye Jones. 44 laps being worked on of the 133 here at the Wilder Graphix 200. Converse, Gonas, Holt, Jones, Hearn. And we have caution has come out on the raceway. And we're here. Like the 17. Let's see if I can back this up just a tad. I think we have it here. with the 17 machine. So the 89, the 8, the 17. Into the wall is the 17. Trying to straighten it out. Spins. Inside wall. No one else hurt. Race control confirming 17 self spin. That sweatless 17 of Anthony Giuliano. Back to the front. Let's go. What's going on with the guys here? What their plans are. So that is our second caution. So if you want to have the best immersion that's available, you need to check out the Butt Kicker 2.
Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
Check out that Butt Kicker website. Use LSRL. Get 20% off. Save some dough. Working lap 46 here of 133. And Mike commented that it was pretty close between the 17 and I can't remember who the white car was. I think it was the 11 of Leonard Frost. And awful close, but no contact with anyone else. Second caution, first actual caution of the day, as the 17 is in the pits getting needed repairs to that car. I think it started with the getting into the wall, a little wall glue, not helped out here at Vegas, and try to correct it out. Ended up spinning into the inside retaining wall. Not good for that race car. Pace car still got the lights blinking. We will have at least one more lap under caution. Dylan Gones, one of our in-car guys, is in that second spot outside. Our pace camera. Converse looking to fire them off again. We're going to be getting the green flag with 48 done of 133. Back off to the green flag. Go. And Converse, your race leader. Guys coming through here. Pretty wide through most of the racetrack. Very busy racetrack right now. Number 1 of Derek Garrison and Billy there at 27. Massey, the 65 on his outside, and Landon Quisenberry at 75, right behind the number 1 here. One underneath that 27 machine, completing lap 52 of 133. Number 1 doing battle there with the number 65 Mountain Dew of Brandon Massey. 27. Bonus. It's 6th, 7th, and 8th. All real tightly together. Let's check out the top 3. Yeah, 15 up there doing battle. Converse has the lead at 0-3, looking to the inside of the 15. Rye Jones right there on the back, and it looks like Joseph Causey now in the 5th position. All these race cars very close to one another. The shot from the Goodyear blimp. The 15 goes underneath the 90 machine, sliding to the wall. Ooh, the 0-3 gets a little loose and has to back out. Going back to the 5th spot with the 27 now looking to attack. Converse down low, the 15 high, coming off of turn number 4. Camera footage here, 90 to 15 battling into turn number 1. Ozzy blinked out there for a second. Hopefully that will not become an issue. A lot of good racing going on right now all over the racetrack. As you see in the 90, the 15, and the 7 all doing battle for the top spot. But now the number 3 moving into the position as well. The 15 back to the lead. The 15, the 90, the 7, and the 3 car. Starting to gap back to Greg Holt in the 0-3. A second. 15th starting to work a little bit of distance between him and the 2nd place machine. Crossing the stripe, completing 56. Rye Jones and Causey now, 3rd and 4th. $65 will be our next caution. The drone here work. Be the top 5 cars on the race screen. Top 5, Hearn, Converse, Causey, Jones, Holt. As we're working 59 of 133, competition yellow coming up on 65. Everyone on the same strategy, 27 laps on the set of tires. Your race leader, Cameron Hearn in at 15, followed by Converse, Causey in 3rd, Rye Jones now in 4th, Greg Holt in 0-3 in the 5th spot, Garrett Garrison, the number 1 machine with Massey underneath him for 7th, Dylan Gomez there in the 27 machine, Joshua Gafford in the 89 is 9th. Ira Kohlhaas in the 29 machine in 10th. Aaron Hearn in the 91 Surge machine is now 11th. Jimmy Weaver in that 8 machine in 12th. Landon Quisenberry in a 75 is the 13th. Andy Brigani 13th. 13 machine in 14th. John Hufstetter in the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital 94 in 15th. Leonard Frost in the 11 machine is 16th, and Anthony Giuliano in 17 car in 17th. It looks like Michael Aiello Jr. and Matt Johnson both have retired. 17 cars remaining on the grid for tonight's race, as we're working lap 63 of 133. Wilder Graphix 200 as we've completed 63 laps of 133. 2 more and then we'll go to our competition caution. There's that leader of Cameron Hearn, followed by Christian Converse, and now Joseph Causey, and then Rye Jones. When we complete 65 here, Cameron, we'll have a caution come out around the back stretch. Under the lights here in Las Vegas, Motor Speedway, Las Vegas, Nevada. Not too far from the strip. Some of these guys will be looking to roll the dice and play with Lady Luck later in the event. As we're going to get our competition caution here on lap 65 completed. Let's check out our Sweatless sponsor. And at Cameron Hearn as we're going down pit lane here. See how he gets into his pits here. Up to Cameron here. Hey Cameron, you're in the booth with Harold, man. Looked like those guys were taking a little longer than you wanted them to.
Yeah, I think need to up their pay a little bit.
Yeah, all right. Well, you're in the leads, so good place to be, I guess. It's very similar to so what was the difference between this car and the Wednesday night car as far as the racetrack tonight?
This one's super loose. You can drive it really hard, really fast, and tear your tires up, and that's what I did the first run. I was pretty much drifting the last half of that run, so I learned a lesson, took it easy the first few laps, let the tires warm up, and then kind of let them race it out, and then slowly make my way back up front.
All right, so that was our last competition caution. So you guys are going to have to, looks like you're going to have to do at least one green flag pit stop. Are you guys going to do any gambling since we're in Vegas, or are you going to just basically play it by like splitting it down the middle?
I'll probably follow what the guys running second and third do, and if I have to be the one that leads them in the pits, then probably be right in the middle.
All right, we'll let you get back to racing with your team down there. Cameron Hearn, F15 driver, currently in the first spot. He gives us the thumbs up there. Go back to our main view here and come up out of that view. About to give that commercial one more shot there with the sweatless guys. Check out Sweatless for some athletic gear, moisture wicking, prevents bacteria, so no smell, no sweat. Check it out. All right, so we'll be getting ready to go green here. 69 laps down. And trying to do math in my head here. That's not good. 64 laps remaining. So 64 laps. They can do 48 in fuel from what race control is telling us. Let's try to see what they're going to end up doing right here. All bunched up. Cameron takes the green flag. 15 off to a jump. The 90 on in the 3 and the 7. Looks like the 90 backed up into the 3. Must not got off for a misshift or maybe some wheel spin. Keep an eye on the 2nd through 4th cars right now, as Cameron's off to about a 3/10 lead. By Jones looking to go low while he still has the tires to do so. Jones under the 90. So Jones and Converse side by side. Clears him. The 90 looks to do a crossover coming off of the corner. Ends up settling into that third position. Ryan Jones now looking to attack Cameron Hearn now, entering the corner. 3 and 4 battle for first between Jones and Hearn. Not sure if Jones was able to get that or not. Looked really, really close. So Jones, Hearns, Converse, Causey, and now Garrison are your top 5. Three, 4, and 5 fanned out. Garrett Garrison underneath the 90 of Converse now. Seven, the 1, the 90. Kazi and that 3 is just sitting back just slightly. If you're just joining us on any of our social medias, either Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, or over on LSRL, Facebook, give us a shout. Let us know who you're pushing for, where you're from. Keep an eye on the chats. Yellow is out. Let's try to see what happened there. So the 8, the 29, the 65 as we're going back through the replay here. Whoa. Contact there. Let's see if we can see that one more time. So 3 wide at the stripe, the 8 down low, the 29 there. Wow, not sure what happened with the 65. Race control saying that he actually hit the wall trying to avoid an accident. Okay. So with that, wondering what the guys are going to do. Anybody going to come down pit lane? The pace car, 3 and 4. The 58 laps. A couple cars coming down, at least 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like the back half of the field's coming down for service. That Hearn that came down first? It was. So Cameron Hearn's going to put himself off cycle. Hearn back off. That gives the race lead to Rye Jones. ETE's race recap. The Wilder Graphix 200. Rye Jones, your leader. 4 cautions for 15 laps. 19 drivers. Rye Jones, the fastest car, 30.3 seconds. Race recap by Track Time Entertainment. By Custom Built Racer Rigs. extruded aluminum. All parts made in the USA. Check out Track Time Entertainment. Big movers currently for Ghani, Kazi, and Garrison. That will probably change yet again tonight. All right, joining me in the booth is Brandon Massey, 65. And not sure what happened, but maybe you can tell us.
Yeah, we just we got on the outside there racing with the 29, and I believe it was the 8 car, and we just got snappy loose. It just, these cars are completely 100% unsettled out here on this racetrack tonight, and we're all battling the same issue. They're just a little bit free, a little bit loose, looser than probably most of us was prepared for, I think. But we just got on the outside there, was going to try to set up something on the outside, and the car just snapped out on me. And when it did, I just took it to the outside wall, so I didn't run anybody else's race.
They're saying here it was the 27 and the 98 was involved. I'm trying to see if I can find that. Trying to find Dylan here. There we go. The 27 and the 98 had some kind of issue, so we're trying to get that put in here. Maybe they meant the 89.
Yeah, I believe it was the 89. He was the one, he was talking to us on race comms there, so you might be looking for the 89, I think.
Back that up again. Just missed it, I guess. There's the 27, then the 89. Ooh, so Aaron got a little loose there. 98 and the 27, evasive action. And the 27 and the 91 make contact there. The 98, let's see, Kohlhaas here. There's the 27 and 98 side by side, and there's the contact that they were talking about. All right, so we get back to green flag racing here. Well, back to green flag with Garrison taking the lead. '82 being worked on. Now Converse down low between the number 1, Rye Jones, and the number 8 machine. Their 8 hits the wall with Cameron Hearn diving below for evasive action. And very busy out there, Brandon.
Yeah, they are. It's just a product of the setup that's in these race cars right now, and what the drivers are having to deal with. Somewhat tight on entry, very free, I would call it, center to exit. So that, I think that's just what we seen there with the 8 car. Just
definitely finding that with all night we were watching that right rear want to come around underneath throttle coming off. You see the 15 drop between. Well, was there a hole there at all?
I think he made one. I mean, he's been that way all night. He's been very aggressive on the racetrack. He's been very fun to race around. He's made moves like that. The one restart there, he was going plumb to the bottom to protect the bottom. Now he's looking 3 wide as I go into turn 1 here.
And he was saying that he was really enjoying the car early, trying not to outrun. Whoa, the 1 slides up in front of the 15. The 89 has been sent back to pit lane into the trailer with a blown engine.
Yeah, he was afraid of that. I know he said on the race radio that we was in that he was probably going to be done, that he wasn't idling very high. So tough break for him. That's I raced with those guys on Tuesday night, and they're a lot of fun to race with.
Look at Derek Garrison again here. Cameron Hearn, sorry.
Yeah, race fans, this is a great shot right here. This is a lot of fun. I enjoyed this the other night, Wednesday night in the Xfinity Series. It was a lot of fun to be a part of. So thank you, Harold, for allowing me to work with you on that. But that was a lot of fun. But you can see here, Cameron's just going to look to the inside, and he's going to battle for the lead as they head down that straightaway, the back straightaway.
But look how calm he is, racing close to the cars with these cars as wicked loose as you're talking about.
Yeah, he did a very good job figuring out how to get around this racetrack with how free this car was. He struggled a little bit early, I think. I'm not exactly sure what happened through that first, what we would call first stage, but then he's made a great rebound. And as always, we figured Cameron would, but it was a lot of fun to race with those guys. But now he's back out to the front where we typically see Cameron. So
Cameron was telling us in the second competition caution that he actually was working the car too hard in the first set, and that's why he went to the back. So he lesson learned for the 15.
Yeah, what is it that Larry Mack says? Just hold a pretty wheel, I think. So yeah, that's pretty much what you got to do here. Just keep a smooth wheel. Try not to overwork the car. Be smart with your moves. And unfortunately, it found me on the hook. So. But great racing that we see here with Christian Converse. I know he's fast, and Rye Jones, Derek Garrison there in the 1. It's a great group. It's a good battle right here for the second position.
Yeah, they're definitely keeping it interesting while Cameron is watching his lead continue to grow while these guys fight for the second spot.
And that's exactly what Cameron wants to see, right? He wants to see Derek Garrison, Christian Converse, Rye Jones, and who is that in the 3? Joseph Causey, another great racer, raced with him on Tuesday night as well. He wants to see this battle happen because that's just clean air is going to be a dividend for Cameron here, and he's just going to continue to be able to grow that lead as these guys battle out this second place position here.
Yeah, basically they're going to have to work their stuff hard. Well, like you said, if he can control where the car goes, use the track up as much as he wants, as we're going 3 wide in turn 1, 2 here. And 7 working on that inside of that 1, and he backs out.
He did. You probably couldn't have got a piece of paper between them cars. Great job by Jones there to back out of that. Live the fight another day. He'll back up, rebound, get his momentum back, and then he'll charge back up there and contend again. A great job by him for that awareness on the racetrack there.
Yeah, just not the time just yet. With 43 laps remaining in the event, these guys are going to have to come down and go through green flag pit stop cycles here. Now, Cameron Hearn is the guy with the best set of tires because he did pit on the last caution, where Converse, Causey, Jones, Holt, Quisenberry, Gonas, all of them stayed out. It's going to be interesting.
It will be interesting to see how that strategy plays out for Cameron, but he has grown that lead out to almost 1.2 seconds there at the entrance of turn 1. And so those fresh tires are going to pay dividend for him. We'll just have to see how Derek Garrison and Christian Converse can work out their strategy over these next handful of laps here, and we should see. I think we'll see green flag pit stops. I'm going to say somewhere around lap 100, 105. I think that would be about split of the stage there. So we'll see what we get.
All right. So just to remind everyone, we put up a poll award here, and that was Cameron Hearns. We're going to show you that one more time from the sweat less. Put a cap on that. Full award was to Cameron Hearn for that 30.206. So the fastest car is actually in the front. How unusual is that?
Yeah, with Cameron though, nothing is surprising though. I mean, let's be realistic. It is Cameron Hearn. We've seen this out of Cameron for quite some time here at LSRL, and it's probably going to stay that way for quite some time. But there is some fast guys in here. I'm not going to take myself out of that conversation, but guys like Rye Jones, Christian Converse, Joseph Causey, we all have an opportunity to show what we can do on the racetrack, and so. But Cameron is bad fast, so. It's going to be hard to run him down. He's up to over, a second and a half now. So,
1.5 is the lead for Cameron Hearn. See if we can get that shot from the blimp camera here.
Yeah, you can just see the distance right there. I mean, it's just that clean air paying dividend. And even right there where Derek Garrison is at, he still might be catching a little bit off of Cameron Hearn right there. That still may keep that car a little bit unbalanced. But those 4 tires that Cameron did take there on that one pit stop is what's really paying key here, as he's up to almost 1.7. So you can see the distance there, race fans, between the leader and the battle for second going on.
Derek Garrison under attack by Christian Converse in that 90 machine. See them doing battle there on the back straightaway, the Nellis straightaway. Side by side entering 3 and 4 here.
Yeah, this is going to be a very good battle to watch. We'll see how much drive that Christian Converse can get in that 90 car off the low side of the racetrack. At this point in the race, with what's on your tires, the one car has the preferred line right now. He should be able to carry a little bit more speed off of the exit of the corners. We see that headed down this back straightaway here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. But that's going to be the preferred line. He's going to be able to try to pinch the 90 to the bottom, not allow him to carry any momentum up off the corner, and still be able to battle and contend for that second spot.
Let's try to see what. There's Joseph Causey's nose. Maybe we can watch these undercarriages coming off the corner. You can tell us maybe a little bit of what that mechanical binding was that you were talking about on that right rear.
Yeah, just a complete, just out of the racetrack feel, and it's just just the back end of the car is not gripping to the racetrack, and then just the balance of them, and just the way that the shock travels. I mean, you can see right there, even the one that little bit of a sway right there in the back of the car as he exited turn 4. You can see that, and just that unsettling, out of the racetrack type of feel, and it makes you very unsettled when you're out here running the speeds that we was running tonight in these race cars, and so. You're going to see that. It's been like that all night. We're going to see that one to the end of this race, but I think we're going to be coming up on some green flag stops here pretty soon, Harold.
Lap 100, they have 32 laps on their tires. So basically, in the next few laps, if they're trying to split the difference, they should be coming down any time now.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be key. I mean, if you look at, we went 30 laps, 30 laps stage 1, then we went to 65 for stage 2. So that 30 lap run is what these guys is primarily used to. My strategy would have been split this in half and come down at about lap 100 to 103 and get me 30 lap, get me fresh tires for that 30 lap run, because that's what we're used to, and set myself up to see where I can go from there. So I would say that green flag stops will start pretty soon, but right now Cameron Hearns just got the control over this at over 2.2 seconds now.
Now the fuel strategy, race control was estimating 48 laps for a tank of gas. What was your estimates with your crew chief tonight?
Yeah, that's pretty close. We were somewhere between what was going to say 44 to what would be about 47 laps. So, yeah, that's pretty close. Fortunate enough, these guys don't have to do that with the amount of tires that we are offered when we do race these races. And so, you know, split this last stage in half. There's no reason to go an entire fuel run. You don't have to. You know, get 4 fresh tires and finish this thing out. I would say we'll probably see this go green to the end here, and it's going to be who gets on pit road first and who can get off pit road first.
Right. So basically, you want it. If I was Cameron Hearn, as long as that lead continues to grow, I'm staying out.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, not sure how many laps he has on his tires in comparison to Christian Converse and Derek Garrison right now. But we do know that he has the 4 freshest tires. I don't know if you have that info there in front of you or not, but what's his lap count in comparison to everybody else on his tires?
27 for Hearn, 25 for Kohlhaas, Huffstudler, and Frost 27 as well. So they're about 9-10 laps better than the rest of the field.
Yeah, 9 and 10 laps doesn't seem like that's many laps, but I can tell you, race fans watching at home, that is a ton of race laps on these tires, especially around this 1.5 mile racetrack with the race cars not just being up out of the racetrack and not gripping like they should. So those 9-10 lap fresher tires is really, that's been the key to Cameron being able to drive off here. And so we're lap 104. We got less than 30 to go now, and here comes Joseph Cosby in for a green flag pit stop. Looks like we do have a very busy pit road, so we're going to start seeing those green flag pit stops play out here, and we'll see where everybody cycles back out once we get everybody through the green flag pit stops. And I do believe Cameron Hearn is on pit road as well. He is.
I'm taking an actual breath in real life there in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen.
Just stretching out a little bit, just trying to free up, get ready for this last part of this run and see if he can close this thing out.
Now, coming off the pits under green flag, it's something that most people don't really practice much in iRacing because in officials, I know everybody's worried of trying to do them all under caution, so they don't practice the craft of getting onto and off of pit, up and onto pit road, where you see Cameron Hearn basically trying to make sure not to lose any unnecessary time, but if you get caught speeding or you come up too early, it'll put you back into the pit stops again for a stop and go, or even hold you for 30 seconds, which would kill you.
Yeah, absolutely. Green flag pit stops and practicing green flag pit stops, especially here at Light Speed Racing League in the LSRL Butt Kicker Cup Series, that is key because we do see a lot of green flag pit stops here. Our races here are typically pretty clean, and so you'll see a lot of green flag stops. So you can lose a ton of time just by not making that pit road entry, not getting off pit road in enough time. You can lose quite a bit of time. So we do have a new leader. Ira Kohlhaas is out in the front there, and that Pepsi Real Sugar 29. Shout out to my teammate there.
And Ryan Jones is getting his lap back. Ryan Jones getting his lap back the hard way, as we say.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what Ira's strategy is here. I don't know if maybe he's going to wait for a caution, try to trap some of these guys a lap down, or if he's, try to get fresh tires at that point later. We know chances are he's not going to be able to make it to the end here. And so he's losing tons of time on the racetrack right now. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, see where he plays, where he shakes back out after he makes a green flag stop, if he makes one here.
Unless you can go 52 laps. on fuel, he's going to have to come down again.
Yeah, I just don't see it. I mean, we know we talked about the fuel run there just a little bit ago, being around 48 laps, give or take, and so he's going to have to come and pit at some point, or he's had to do a lot of saving early in the part of the run to be able to get to the end. So, not sure the strategy. I didn't really talk to him about it before I come up here to the booth, but he's losing tons of track time right now to them 4 fresh tires.
So there's the difference between fresh tires and not. 17 seconds between Jones, who's battling right now with Cameron Hearn. So Cameron Hearn looking to be the first car with a fresh set of rubber as he's battling in 4th here.
Yeah, and I think these guys.
Somebody in a yellow car went around. Trying to find out who that was. It was a pretty bright yellow car.
But it does look like we stay green here. And so what I was going to say there was, Harold, was it looks like to me that Rye Jones and Cameron Hearn think that they're the guys that's going to be contending these last 20 laps for the win. And so that almost was the caution that Ira Kohlhaas would have needed right there, but it don't look like a caution came out and they stayed green. So
definitely was no caution came out, but I saw basically in just outside of the camera view, as you see, there's our second spot going right now to Sean Huffstiller in the 94 with Ira Kohlhaas in first. There's 7.5 seconds between the two of these guys.
Yeah, I was doing a good job of holding that lead over that second place car. But here's what I'm watching right now. I'm watching the time kick down with Rye Jones and Cameron Hearn in the time difference that they're making up on Ira Kohlhaas. We looked at it just a little bit ago. It was about a 17-second difference. Looking at it now, it was under 13, almost down to almost, I think it was almost 12 seconds there. So they're clicking off lap at a very fast pace right now with we're just under 15 laps to go. So we'll see what happens, how this shakes out. But I just don't know that Ira can go to the end here. I don't know. I'm being honest with the race fans at home. I know he's a teammate. I don't know what his strategy is, and I ain't trying to build hype. I realistically do not know. So
he's running 32 seconds, and Hearn is running 30.8.
Yeah, so it sounds like to me Ira is trying to save as much fuel as he possibly can. So, yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. It could be interesting. He might be able to do it. He's been able to do things like that before, I know. So
we'll see how it works. We'll keep an eye on him. So Cameron Hearn right here is basically the front runner with the fuel to the end.
Yeah, he's definitely in what I would call the catbird seat for sure. I mean, he's got the 4 fresh tires. We know he has the fuel to go to the end. We know, I believe, Rye Jones should have 4 fresh tires, or fresher tires than our current leader, and he should have enough fuel to go to the end, along with Christian Converse and Joseph Kazi. So, right now, I think Cameron thinks that he's just in a catbird seat, just waiting for see what happens with that 29, but.
So Cameron's in that 4th position, just trying to find his groove to just keep ticking the laps away as we're finishing 119 of 133. Christian Converse there in that 90 is in the 5th spot now. but he's gotten around Ryan Jones for the 1590 and 7, Ozzy and Holt. So those top 5, they were in the top 5. The off pit cycle, the top 3 currently.
Yeah, Christian he's fast. I know he's fast, and I mean, you can see it right there. He's able to work his way around Ryan Jones, and so who won a couple weeks ago at Atlanta, and so I'm still uncertain of this pit strategy or this way this may cycle out for our current leader up there. I'm not real sure.
Well, as we were saying Wednesday, some people have made their bed, they just haven't aligned it. But it is Vegas, so gambling is permissible.
Take a chance. I mean, what was he out? I mean, I think he was around the 10th position there when those green flag stops, give or take, or was on the outside looking in. So, why not take a chance? See if you do catch a caution and see what happens. I mean, he's, just a strategy-based type of play, and take the gamble, see what happens. You're right. It is Vegas.
When he gets to the flag here, it'll be 11 laps remaining, and he's at 44. So, calculator's out. Has he got enough?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. He may have to bring that thing down here on pit road here in the next couple of laps. And when he does that, though, if there would be a caution and he's able to stay on the lead lap, he would be the first car with the freshest tires if there would be a caution, later in this run if he was to come to pit road. So,
yep.
Nope, he's staying out again.
Definitely. So,
I don't know. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to keep an eye on him and see what he does here. As you can see, his lap times are up over 32 seconds right now. So,
all 3 of them are over 32 seconds.
Yeah, your top 3. Yeah, Ira in the 29, Hofstadler in the 94, and Frost in the 11, all up over 32 second lap times. And we know those guys haven't pitted. We know that for sure, as Cameron Hearn has taken over the 3rd spot. So the leader is coming. I don't know how much more saving Ira's going to be able to do, because Cameron's going to be knocking on the door here. He's only 8 seconds back from the 2nd place position. So,
but he's only gaining a second per lap. Is there enough time?
That's the next question. If this strategy plays out for the 94 and the 29, nicely done. I still, being honest with you, Harold, I still don't see that they can go to the end here. They might be able to, but I just don't see it. I think Cameron has the best chance here.
Oh, they definitely have made the bed, so to say. So watching Kohlhaas and Hofstadler, the 29 and the 9 in the. So it looks like Hofstadler, is he now coming into pit lane? Looks like, yep. The 94 is in the pits.
Yeah, and I'm not sure
and
how
he
much
missed his
longer.
pit lane, actually. Missed his pit. So Kohlhaas remains the leader.
It sounds like he's going to come this time, Harold. Just listening on race comms, the 29 will be coming to pit road this time.
So when he gets this, he comes down pit lane. There'll be like 6 laps remaining, and that'll give the lead back to Cameron Hearn. And this league is one of those leagues that is required to make known what you're doing with your pit strategy before you make the move. So there's no fake pitting in this league. Is frowned upon, I'm sure. Is that right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They do require us to make an announcement of our pit stops under green flag cycle, just so if there's any cars around us that we don't bottleneck them up and wreck them trying to get on and off pit road. So we do try to make those things very well known. We do see Ira Kohlhaas go ahead and make that green flag stop. So Cameron Hearn has taken over the top spot. We're looking here at about, we got about 5-6 laps to go now. So
6 laps remaining with Hearn in the lead, 1.8 seconds in the advantage. Everybody in the top 4 are on the same pit strategy. Rye Jones has the oldest tires in the 5th spot. So 5 laps to go. 15, your race leader. As you can see, that car definitely dancing coming off the corner there, 1 and 2.
Yeah, I'm not so sure Cameron has to drive as hard as he is, but that's just his style. That's just what he does. And so, as he is approaching some lap traffic there, but and that could be part of the reason the car is dancing around a little bit on him. But all in all, he's ran a very solid race tonight, done a very good job, and definitely a lot of fun to race around when we was being able to get up there and battle with those guys for sure.
And this track was definitely, seemed like the fixed setup was definitely causing the drivers to really wheel the car. As you see the 17, ooh, that could have been catastrophic for the 15.
Very much so, and that could have been that yellow flag that the
15 into the wall. Ouch.
Yeah.
And there's the 90 goes by.
Converse. Yes. Wow.
I'm not sure if we'd have to go back and look at that one, but you know, we saw the 17 kind of hop, and it caused the 15 to have to make some evasive maneuvers, which looked like it might have brought him up to the outside retaining wall, giving the lead to Christian Converse.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Like you said, we would have to go back to watch it, but it almost looked like to me it was kind of the same scenario that I'd found myself in, just making that move to the outside, and the car got unsettled. And when it did, it just washed plumb up into the outside wall there. And so we'll have to go back and get clarification for that. But tough break for Cameron Hearn there in the 15. He had pretty much the fastest car a large portion of this race. But
So, Christian Converse was given the 2 sticks, the white flags in the flag man's hand. 1 to go. Presented by 1 to go Studios here. Your final lap. Christian Converse, race leader, 1.4 seconds over Joseph Causey and Greg Holt.
yeah, these I believe are teammate cars. These three, these guys raced together for a very long time. I've raced against them again, like I said, over on Tuesday night. Great job by Christian Converse as he's going to bring home his first win here in the LSRL Butt Kicker Cup Series. Checkered flag, Christian Converse.
Well, new title sponsor for this season, Wilder Graphics. So,
Oh, is it?
yes,
My
Wilder.
bad. I was thinking we was Butt Kicker still.
Butt Kicker's got is the Xfinity series sponsor. It's
Sorry,
Wilder Graphics. So Wilder Graphics, 200 tonight. Winner Christian Converse.
We'll go back and edit that out, Aaron.
All right. So, and with that being said, let's give a little love to Wilder Graphics while we set up our interviews.
Let's do.
All right, we're back here and we're trying to showcase these cars as they're on the front stretch here and setting up for their pictures. So we're gonna maneuver our camera around here to show us a nice view of our cars here. That's the 03 of Greg Holt. See if we can find Greg Raceway. Right there. Right. Evan James says, great group of guys. Love running in the Wednesday nights. Get over there on Facebook Live. We'll pull up Greg Holt. Greg Holt, you're in the booth here. So how are you doing? Third place tonight.
I'm good. Those are my two teammates, so I'll take it.
So it is a podium for the performance sim sports guys.
Yes, sir.
All right, sounds like a good deal. Cars were jumping all over the place tonight, and very at the end there, we saw Cameron coming off a turn 4, get up into the outside retaining wall, which allowed you guys to really catch up those 2 and 3 seconds gaps that he had put up on you.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. He his pit strategy was going to work out. He pitted when we all had about 4 laps on us, and it got him out there just enough that it looked like he was going to keep us gapped to the end. Unfortunate for him. I hate to see him get into the wall like that. I don't know. Did he have contact with someone, or did he get into it alone?
I'd have to go back and look specifically, but he got up on lap traffic, and the car in front of him had to do some checking up, and he had to react, and we switched off camera just as we came back and saw the sparks flying. So no caution, so we weren't able to go back and look just yet.
Oh, all right, all right. But yeah, it was a fun race. I mean, the cars were it was different than the typical A open fix. They were tight, so or they were loose rather. It was kind of funky. I mean, I like it much better, but definitely wasn't expecting it.
I was being told tight in, loose off.
Yeah, she felt
needed-
like she was dragging getting into the corner. Like the
Yeah.
ride height was a little low, so it would when you'd set the nose, she just kind of want to plow. She wouldn't really want to turn.
And then you probably are kind of wheeling it, and then the car really wants to turn coming off the corner.
Yep, yeah, it hit one spot, and then
And you're trying to
start
catch
rotating.
it. Yeah. It reminds. I spend most of my time in the Indy cars, and we fight the tight end loose off all the time in those cars. And there's that point where you got to make sure that wheel is straight, because otherwise it's gonna go wherever you're pointing it. So,
Oh, absolutely. I was turning right more than I was left in turn 1 and 2 the last like 10 laps, I think.
yeah, there's definitely a lot of movement out there. Greg, we'll have to get with the admins to make sure, but we had a giveaway tonight of a Las Vegas, looks like Vegas shirt. If you look back in the Discord chat, I think we have something up in there, and you were the random pick for that giveaway
Been
tonight.
my lucky week then. A win last week, third this week, and a free shirt. Come on, this is perfect.
So that was that. So we'll have to get with those guys and see how that'll get to you. So, Greg Holt, who you want to thank before we let you go, man?
I would like to thank Lightspeed. I'd like to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast. Shout out to Performance Sim Sport. Congratulations to Christian on his win. Good job to Kazi on the second. Just thanks for putting on a good show. It was fun.
All right, that was Greg Holt, third spot in the 0-3 machine. See you guys next week.
Thank you.
We're going to now move to Joseph Cossey in the number 3 blue and green machine. And I'm being told. Joseph Cossey, Harold Darner in the booth, man. Got that number 3 car without sponsorship into the second spot tonight.
Oh yeah, it was pretty fun. Me and my guys' performance in sport. We finished 1, 2, 3, so that was great to see.
Yeah, it looked like you guys were having. You guys definitely had the information dialed in the cars. Everybody tonight was talking about loose off condition with these A set cars, the full size cup cars with this package, and we already know that Vegas tears up tires, but how was that really coming into play with the car? It looked like every time coming off turn 3 and 4 that the cars were almost sidestepping and you guys were having to catch them.
Yeah, it was totally almost. It was literally like we were on Bristol dirt, pretty much, just going 170 mile an hour. it was something else.
So those Goodyear Eagles were taking a beating, I take it then.
Oh yes, they was.
Well, that was a lot of fun. A lot of fun for you guys. So we got you in the booth. Your already Greg talked to us. I mean, he won last week, and he's got his Camry up on the podium with you guys as well. You guys worked well together, and more racing coming up.
Oh yeah, we'll be here.
All
Try
right,
to get more.
Who do you want to thank before he lets you go, man?
All my guys at Performance in Sport, and I guess thank my wife for letting me do all this. I freaking spent a whole bunch of money.
We've got lots of money in our rigs, that's for sure. All right. So that was Joseph Kazi in the number 3 car. Second place tonight. We'll let you get back to your guys in the trailer while we get with Christian Converse. We'll talk
appreciate
to you.
it.
All right. Good night. All right. We're going to now move over to the race winner, Christian Converse, the 90 driver. Christian, you're in the booth with Harold. The 90 machine, all black. It reminds me of an old car that I had when I was coming up through the system, local track racing with the black 88 machine. Love that car. So, how was everything tonight with the 90 car?
It was fun. I mean, honestly, the racing tonight was some of the best racing I've had in a while. The way the setup handled with all the, I mean, everyone out here knows how to race. It was actually really fun.
Definitely a lot of 3 and 4 wide and pit strategy. Tires were different. You guys are having to deal with lap traffic, and also, from what I'm being told, an ill handling race car with the tight in, loose off condition of the fixed setups that everybody was having to deal with, though. But it was all basically keeping you guys having to wheel the car.
I mean, I'm really good with loose sets. I would have a loose setup any day over a tight setup. And if you could just save those tires right and hit the right line, you'll be golden. You'll fly past everybody.
Seemed to have the right strategy because it seemed like your car came alive in the second half of the green flag runs, and things were going your guys' way. It looked like Cameron Hearn in the 15 car was going to notch his belt for a sweep for this week, and looked like some evasive action that he had to take for a lap car brought him into the turn 4 wall and really bled off his speed heavily, and you guys just rode right on by him on the inside.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for Cameron, but I also am pretty happy. I don't know what exactly happened there, but not too bad. Me, Causey, and Greg are all in the Discord. 1, 2, 3 ain't too shabby.
1, 2, 3 is right for your guys, and then we'll see you guys coming back out. And it was good to see you guys coming out here today, and off to change the schedule on me, so I have to go back and look at it. I thought I had it memorized, and they changed it around. Bristol. We're going to Bristol. Bristol next week.
I enjoy Bristol. I enjoy Bristol a lot. I'll probably be back for that.
So it'll definitely be a different type of style of racing. I mean, here you guys were pretty much battling yourself in the track. There you're going to have to basically deal with cars inside, outside, 3 wide, close proximity all the way around, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really like Bristol. I used to hate Bristol actually, and the more I raced it, the more I started to love it. And it's just me more about missing the lap cars than anything in that race.
You got to be careful around those as well. So, Christian, the 90 machine, all black. We're looking for sponsors.
Maybe not sponsors, just people to thank. I would like to thank Performance. That's my team with me, Greg, Causey, and Josh on it. Send It Racing. That's the Discord I use. Anybody out there watching? My dad, mom, grandma, anybody out there watching?
Becky Clark.
Becky Clark.
Who's that?
I would like to thank her too. It's my grandma.
That's grandma. Okay, she says, "Way to go, Christian." She's been watching on NSRL Facebook, or not NSRL, LSRL. Sorry, Lightspeed Racing League. I have to mix up with one of my other leagues. So Lightspeed was Becky Clark. She says, "Way to go, Christian." See, has some viewers. Go back, check out the race, see what you guys, and we'll see you guys next week at Bristol Motor Speedway. Christian, good job tonight, and we'll let you guys get back to celebration as a team back in your Discord.
Thank you.
All right. That was Christian Converse, your winner for the night. So let's go through the results. Christian Converse, your winner. Joseph Kasi in second. Greg Holt, third. Cameron Hearn in fourth. Derek Garrison, fifth. Rye Jones, sixth. Seventh goes to Dylan Gomez. Jimmy Weaver, eighth. Ninth, Andy Brigani. Ira Kohlhaas 10th. And the 11th spot goes to Sean Huffstedler, Anthony Giuliano. Leonard Frost 13th, 14th, Landon Quisenberry 15th, Mike Aiello Jr. 16th, Joshua Gathrick. And Aaron Hearn is 91 17th. Brandon Massey was in the booth earlier in the 65 18th. And 19th was Matt Johnson. That was your grid finder. Find your place on the grid. Results for the Wilder Graphix 200 Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Harold Darter, One to Go Studios, and we will see you at the next turn. What an exciting race brought to you by One to Go Studios. Here they come out of turn 4 to the white flag, and it's one to go. Thank you to all our sponsors